Hello, this is the preview for Grimsby Town as we host Gillingham this coming weekend. It's at Blundell Park. Can we keep the fine form at Blundell Park going? We'll find out. I'll go into that in just a moment. But it had been transfer deadline day, and the Mariners signed nobody. We had a bit of a blow start of the day. Charles Burnham will be missing for up to the new year, so we're looking at roughly 4 months without Chaz. He's according to Ben Davies, he's done the worst tear of his thigh that you could do. And unfortunately that will require surgery. So that'll knock Chaz out to at least the new year. We have been linked with a couple of names. And one was Kane Hemmings. There's still hope of possibly someone like Kane with the, obviously free agent, which he is, just recently been released by Tranmere. Tyree Shade was another one that we were linked with, but obviously didn't happen. Must be a very, very frustrating day for Paul Hurst in transfer terms. We are a little bit thin on the ground now. I'm not as worried as some of our fan bases. Disappointed I think this could be the first window or deadline day where we haven't brought anybody in. Again, it's not for the want of trying. I think they have tried. They probably have knockbacks. But I'm hoping for a result tomorrow on Saturday, because I think we need it. Paul needs it. Because I've seen some of the social media stuff already from fans so frustrated, so annoyed they haven't got somebody through the door. The only thing I'm going to say, which is some of our fan base are not going to like, if the players aren't there, don't get them in just to get them in. Because last year when we had people like Kiki Simmons and Ben Peppel and stuff like that, they just felt like squad fillers. And Paul, knowing how Paul's done his business over the years, he must have got some late knockbacks. Because I do believe he was working right up to when he just knew nothing was going to happen. Paul wouldn't have given up easily. And a little bit disappointing to know that we won't have any new faces at Blundell Park till January, unless they are free agents. But I think this will show and prove to people what a good manager Paul Hurst is. Because if he can keep us sort of competitive and in and around close to the top half going to January, questions are going to be asked of Paul now. Not by me, weirdly enough, because I don't jump down any manager's throat. Transfer market is not easy, but I also can understand the frustration of a lot of our fan base. So I've gone on a bit of a tangent here, I know, because we are here to preview the Gillingham game. But my thoughts on the transfer window, overall I'm happy. I think it's just been the last week or so where injuries have crept up, and obviously Chaz having it confirmed today that he's going to be out to at least the new year, I think it gave fans extra urgency. And I'm disappointed we didn't bring anybody in. But now's the test for Paul. Can he get Town going and try to be as competitive as he can? People are saying that good managers would have done that. I think that's to me. I think that kind of reaction is rash. It's a rash reaction. It's because Town haven't signed anybody. It's just an easy thing to shoot at. I still have faith in Paul. I'm sure he gave everything he had, didn't get it. This might get me some flack, but guess what? If you want to give me any flack, I don't care, because your words ain't going to really bother me. Because at the end of the day, I think any real fan of Grimsby will be annoyed, will be frustrated, will be angry some that we haven't got anybody in on deadline day. But Otis Khan is nearer a return. He's not ready yet, but he is getting closer to a return. Rakeel Pike, again, is getting close to a return. I think he may get at least half an hour. If Paul wanted to play 2, he may even start after his 9 minutes. But I can see him probably coming on for at least half an hour. And I think players like Rakeel that's come up from injuries, they need that to really be able to affect anything. Bringing him on for 3-4 minutes won't really help him affect games. I mean, before the Man City trophy game, he came on right at the end of the Walsall game, and I'm sat there going, not at the Walsall game, the last home game, sorry. And I thought, why bother? One thing I have always criticised Paul on is his subs. When he makes them more than the subs he makes. It's when he makes them rather than making them. But anyway, leave your comments down below for me to tell me what you think of the transfer window in general, but obviously the disappointment of deadline day, and I think this will be the biggest test for Paul now, because I think a lot of fans are going to be very, very frustrated. But anyway, now the transfer ramblings are over. We'll get on to the preview of the game coming up. It does involve second place Gillingham, who their form in League 2 has been 4 wins and a defeat. And all 4 of Gillingham's wins became 1-0. And then they played, at the time, winless Colchester and lost 3-0. Would you Adam and Eve it? Last weekend. The Mariners have, in the last 5 games, only lost 1 of them in the league. Obviously, they've lost another game in overall. They've only won 1 game in 5. And, a draw last week at Walsall, which people would probably feel as though we could have and probably should have got the win. But I often wonder, why do we switch into gear when we sort of fall behind, which we did against Man City, but we just didn't put Walsall to bed. And if ever you don't put somebody to bed, it ends up going horribly wrong. And it did. We ended up dropping 2 points at Walsall that probably we shouldn't have done. It says we're Grimsby in mixed form, which we are. We're not in bad form, but we're not in great form. Recently in games, we played 4 games recently. Town have won 1, Gillingham have won 2, and we've drew the other one. So it's 50% for Gillingham, 25% for Grimsby, and the rest ended up with a draw. 25% for that as well, I believe. So, like I say, that pretty much, I think the last few games against Grimsby and Gillingham will take you back to 2008, when Grimsby lost to Gillingham 3-0 in the end, but did win the game at Bundle Park. They won that by 3-0 in the end. But then they didn't play each other until 2022 after that. So last season, when Grimsby lost at Gillingham 2-1, it wasn't that great of a game, and drew 1-1 at Blundell Park last season in September, around about this time really. And we play the second fixture in March, on March the 16th, when we head to Gillingham. Obviously the top scorer for Grimsby is Aloisa. He scored 4. Ashley Naderson is their top scorer with 1. Is it 1? I think it's 2 actually, but just shows what a tight defence Gillingham got, and how effective, if you can hold out, it can just be. But I think we need to get behind the boys on Saturday. No matter how frustrated we are about deadline day, I think we've got to get behind the boys. We don't want a toxic atmosphere at Bundle Park, because we know what it's like in those managers' offices. We've only failed to score 1 time so far this season. So really, there could be goals in this. I'm going to go for my result. If you've seen my prediction video for League 2, I gave my prediction there, but I'm going to give my updated prediction now. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Grimsby. I just think it's one of these games that if we play and attack the way we did Tuesday night, and even against Walsall, really, we play like that, we've got every chance of getting a win. And I'm being positive. I think that we will get a goal. I think Avi Clifton will get one, and I'm going to keep saying Danny Rose till he gets another one. I fancy Danny Rose as well, and probably Tom Nichols to get the goal for Gillingham. He's their top assist maker. Danny Amos is our top assist. But it's about the managers also learning to try and just shut up shop a little bit more solidly. Now we've got players here that are capable to handle this. I think the main concern is if we get any more injuries, that could put Grimsby under a little bit of pressure, and I think that is where a lot of the worry for our fans is coming from. Just give you an idea where they stand in the tables. Gillingham are second in the table, with a +1 goal difference, 12 points, goal difference away from the MK Dons. They've scored 4 goals and conceded 3 goals. Whereas Grimsby find themselves down in 15th place with 1 win from 5 games, 3 draws and 1 defeat. Scored 6 goals, conceded 5 goals with a +1 goal difference and 6 points from the opening 5 games. There's nothing in this league so far. And, I'm hoping for a good performance. Wrexham haven't actually had the best of starts as such. as they would have expected 3 draws from their first 5. But you know, to me, I think we've got to keep the belief. We've got to keep the belief that you know, I still think we've got enough, but I understand the alarm, especially with losing Chaz for as long as we have. So I'm saying 2-1, Mariners fans. Let me know down below and on social media what you guys honestly think is going to happen in tomorrow's game. I'm sure some people are saying we need to get a result tomorrow to justify not doing that. We could still get a couple of free agents in. Who knows? But let me know down below what you guys think. I'll be intrigued to who says what. And I will see you guys. We play the EFL game, EFL Trophy game on Tuesday against Barnsley at Barnsley. I might do a little bit of a preview for that as well. But do leave your comments down below. Please do hit that bell button so you'll be notified when I upload a video. If you know, and if you've got any questions for me about the Mariners or anything like that, or any comments you just want to make clear about it, do let me know down below. Please like, please share, please subscribe, hit that bell, let them know when, let YouTube know that you're liking my content so far, and I'll see you guys very soon with another one. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye.